We in these streets.
All right, y'all. We are back. As always, go to 3kingsboxing.com for the latest what's going on in the sport of boxing. All right. Everything you guys want to know. Little guys, big guys, whatever. Oh, damn. You know what? My old ass. Sometimes I forget. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me is my man 2K. What's going on, family?
Hey, it's all good. Hey, I'll be like Al Heyman in the background and shit. You know what I'm saying? I probably should have Jarrell or Bakari and Mike somebody replace me on this. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, nigga, when you be at fight, they don't know who you are any goddamn way. You don't say nothing to niggas anyway.
I ain't talking to nobody, bro. You see Bo, he talking to everybody. You be like, man, what that nigga 2K, man? He over there sitting at the table looking straight ahead.
Looking straight ahead. How do I get his attention? Is there somebody here with big titties and look nice?
Exactly.
That's about it.
Bring your wife over, nigga.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
That is fucked up. It is what it is, bro.
It is what it is. All right, man.
Life is hard, nigga. It's not fair.
And you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. Because speaking of life not being fair and being hard, Teofimo Lopez is thinking about going to Eddy Reynoso. Now, a lot of people are wondering if this is a good move or a bad move. Me, myself, personally, I'm going to tell y'all this right here. I think he should. I honestly think he should. If he's having mental issues, if he's having doubts about himself, what better way than get around motherfuckers of that championship aura and that championship mentality than being around Eddy Reynoso and Canelo Alvarez, man? What more way than to help you out than getting around somebody that can tell you more than, you know, what his daddy was telling him in the ring when he was losing to Cambosis. He said, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean it wasn't even a knockdown. You slipped. No, nigga, get somebody to tell you, hey, man, you got knocked down. So
you gotta throw more punches, bro. The nigga's doing what he can. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Come on, bro. You talk to your son like that. Bro. I don't talk to my son like that.
You're winning the fight. You're winning the fight. What do you mean? Are you looking at his face? I mean, because I know he can feel that blood coming down his stream. Right. Like he don't look like your son no more. This nigga don't look like your son no more. This nigga look like something that was birthed out of the TV show V. Remember that shit?
Ready to say some shit like that, bro. Nigga look like a newborn, blood and shit all over his face. Exactly, bro. Better go cradle that motherfucker. And that's apparently what he needed to do, given his mental state, right? Talking about murking himself and shit. Apparently, he needed to be cradled.
Exactly. I like, you know, honestly speaking, though, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. I do think it is something he needs if he wants to help him for boxing. Now, as far as mental state, I don't know if that'll help him mentally, but I think physically to get him right, to get him back to being who he was as Teofimo Lopez, right? I think that would help him. But as far as his mental state, I don't think no one person can help you with that. No shit like that, dog. That's just got to be something inside of you yourself. That's a personal fucking thing, man.
I mean, I agree to an extent. I mean, it's definitely a personal thing. It's something, you know, you got to reach deep down within yourself, and you got to want to change and become, you know, a better person, right? But at the end of the day, it always starts with your environment. Who do you got around you? You got a bunch of niggas that's saying, yes, sir, or you got niggas in your fucking camp that's like, hey, bro, I'm going to tell you like it is. I know we homies and shit, but I'm not going to sit there and be a yes man, bro. Just like I told y'all like a whole bunch of podcasts ago, right? You with your homeboy, nigga got a boogie hanging out his nose and shit, and y'all getting ready to go to the club. Are you going to tell that man, yeah, man, you look dope, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Or are you going to tell him, hey, man, you got a boogie on your nose, bro? You know what I'm saying? If you're a real friend, you're going to be like, hey, bro, before we get in front of the bitches, though, you got to get that boogie out your nose, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to tell your homeboy that shit. But if you're a yes man, you ain't going to tell him nothing. And then he going to be in front of some fine-ass women with a motherfucking boogie hanging out his nose and shit, wondering why he getting turned down, female after female all night long. It's going to be your fault. Same scenario here. He's got to be around cats that want to see him do well, bro. Not yes man him all day long. It's the same shit that's happened to Wilder, which will be in a fucking topic later on in this show.
That's a good point.
Same situation there, though, bro. So he goes to Reynoso, in my opinion. The first thing that's going to happen for him, you know, that's in his favor is that Reynoso not going to yes man this motherfucker. He's not going to do that. Reynoso I don't even think Reynoso yes man's Canelo, bro.
No, he doesn't. He
know what I'm
doesn't.
saying?
He doesn't.
Yeah, you just saw him not yes man Ryan Garcia. I don't give a fuck what the news says. I don't give a fuck what I reported on my website, nigga. I still don't believe it.
God damn, that's deep, man. That's deep. On our own shit, we don't believe it, motherfucker.
I don't believe what we reported on our own shit about Ryan Garcia talking about it was time and he left and X, Y, and Z. Nope, he got kicked out. Reynoso said, boom, boot to the ass. Here's the door. Get the fuck out. That's what Reynoso did. Reynoso did not yes man Ryan Garcia like Oscar De La Hoya did, right? That's the difference. So Reynoso not going to yes man Teofimo Lopez, right? It's just like when Yoel Diaz picked up Victor Ortiz. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yoel Diaz told that motherfucker when he came into camp, hey, bro, you working over here. Ain't none of that quitting shit, none of that bullshit. You working over here, motherfucker. Soon as he realized that nigga wasn't about that, he was gone.
He was.
Same shit.
He sure was.
Right?
He was.
This is exactly what Reynoso, I believe, would do to Teofimo, right? If he's not over there working and he's waiting on a yes man. But here's the kicker, though, Bo. It may not make much of a difference because it depends on how active his father is still in his corner. How active would he be in his corner? If Teofimo Lopez goes to Reynoso, how active would his father be in the corner? If he's trying to still keep the reins, it ain't even gonna matter, bro.
I'm glad you mentioned that because Teo himself said, well, my father would still be, the top guy talking to me, because he's my dad and I always hold it down for him like that. So that's a very good point. I was gonna get to that and you mentioned it.
So if you getting your ass whooped by Arnold Barbosa and your dad is like, bend your knees. like Angel Garcia told Danny, right? You're not going to want Reynoso in there to say exactly what the fuck you need to do? I don't think Reynoso is the best trainer in boxing. He's one of the top ones, but he's not the best. But he knows his shit. You see what I'm saying? And then when he's with Reynoso, if he allows Reynoso to do what the fuck, give him, free reign in his camp to do what he wants to do with Teofimo, that motherfucker's going to be a much better fighter. He's already got the base style, and Reynoso would help hone that, right?
Yeah.
Lopez already sits in a motherfucking shoulder roll, right? Yeah. So Reynoso is going to help him hone his counter-punching ability. You see what I'm saying? He's going to help him hone how to set up punches off the jab. He's going to help him hone all that shit. But if you don't give him free reign, if you're still talking about your dad is still going to be the top dude, then what's it going to fucking matter then?
No. And one thing else about Eddy Reynoso, he doesn't allow distractions in the camp. Get that shit out of here. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at Canelo Alvarez, no distractions. None.
Right.
He does not have time for that.
No,
he's not allowing no distraction in the camp. Nigga, if you got shit going on at home, I'm sorry, man. That's just going to have to wait.
That's right.
Make this money, then you go take care of that family situation. Right? That was very valuable. And then you mentioned something also that's also very, very important. When you look at what he can do with Teofimo Lopez, he can literally take Teofimo Lopez away from all of that shit, including, and he probably would tell him, hey man, the number one thing you need to do is your dad. You need to get control of that situation first. Right? Number two, your girl. Take care of that home. Then come back to my gym. That's what Eddy Reynoso would tell that nigga. You do that first, then you come back to my gym. Because when it comes to not being a yes man, and you're absolutely right, because that's the reason why Teddy Atlas is not with ESPN right now. That nigga is not. I'm not going along with the program.
Not going along with the program, right?
Teddy Atlas would never be calling Teofimo an undisputed champion. That nigga would have gave back their check. He said, "Take your money back." I'm not calling that motherfucker undisputed champion.
Teddy would not allow that shit, not one bit. You're right about that. You're right about
that. Right. So no, I think it's good. It would be good for him to go, but it's only if Teofimo Lopez is willing to do exactly what you said. Let his father know, hey, listen, if I'm gonna get better, this man needs to be in charge, and you need to accept that.
I agree. Yeah, there's a lot he can learn. Just you got to give him free reign. You definitely take Teo's, like I said, he's got the base style, and Eddy Reynoso's got the knowledge base from a trainer perspective to hone that base style into becoming more of an elite fighter. get that motherfucker free reign. Dad could be entourage, man. That nigga could be. He's still corner side, Bo.
I mean, what's the difference with what the nigga do now? if you ask me,
it really ain't no change in jobs. He entourage now. He'll be an entourage then.
Really isn't changing the job.
Motherfucker, he can still hold the pads while you hit him, nigga. I mean, he can still do all that and then let Reynoso direct what the fuck going on. That's it. That's it.
Do that nigga like Floyd did his dad. Look here, uncle. My uncle's my trainer now. But
Sure
you can hold my pads. You can still do the pads, Dad.
that nigga dad walked up in there, nigga thought he had mad clout, walked up in the ring. I was like, hold up, bro. Whoa. Hey, go stand over there. Hey, nigga, go stand over there, bro. Fuck you doing, man? You're not trainer. Take your ass ringside, motherfucker.
Oh man, I remember you. I don't know if y'all remember this. How far back y'all go? There was an argument between Roger and Floyd about being able to train him, and Floyd Sr. said, "Okay, but that's my son." But Roger Mayweather said, "Yeah, but I was a world champion, though."
Ooh, that hurts. That hurts. You know what's fucked up is Roger had. I think Floyd only had like 2 losses or something like that. Roger had like 10 or some number like that.
Yeah,
and
he
was still a better fighter.
He was
still more accomplished. Isn't that fucked up, bro? Damn, bro.
All right, man. Next topic. I like this one. I'm excited for this one, man. So David Benavidez, understanding and realizing that Canelo Alvarez is slipperier than a goddamn snake sliding down a mudslide, may not fight this nigga, right? Even if he beat, what'd you say?
We already know that.
This nigga, even if he beats David Lemieux with that interim title, there's a good chance the WBC may pull that undisputed with Canelo and make him franchise. He knows that. Why? Because it happened to him already. See what I'm saying? So he knows this. He knows, man, let me get this straight. I smoked dope and I made a champion in recess, but I missed weight and I'm back in the rankings. What?
Yeah, that shit didn't make no sense, man. And I was saying that shit for a while. Like, how the fuck does this nigga commit a felony? You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker committed a felony, and they made him champion in recess. But then, eats a little bit too much and shit, and doesn't really shed the weight. And they strip this nigga and kick him out. The WBC organization, nigga, take your shit and get the fuck out.
Right. This is for Mexican born and Mexicans only.
Right. Dude, what kind of shit is that, bro?
This for Mexicans only. I am. No, Mexican born Mexican. You're from Vegas.
Exactly, bro. Just straight kick that nigga out for missing weight, but didn't do shit when he snorted cocaine, bro. God damn. Listen, man. Hey, Christian said something at the top. My man Christian Carranza, man. Let me see if I can find that shit.
The Duck Chronicles.
He said something up in here. Yeah, he said the Duck Chronicles, Benavidez, Ducks, Andrade. What do you think about that right there? I don't mean to divert, the questioning, but what do you think about that right there, though, bro?
I'm actually glad you went there because I was going to get to that. Okay. Appreciate that. David Benavidez, if he's, I believe David Benavidez realizes I need a big fight, right? He was trying to get Charlo. Hell, he even was talking to Daniel Jacobs. I don't believe he ducks no Demetrius Andrade. David Benavidez is one of those fighters who really do not care who you put him in the ring with, man, because he does want to prove to you how great he was. David Benavidez was calling out Colin Smith. I remember when he was doing that. David Benavidez had walked up on Caleb Plant. I remember when he did that. I remember when he did that, especially when Caleb Plant talking about something. If he can keep his nose clean, he was like, "All right, bet. Say it to my face when I see you." That's right. So no, David Benavidez, if Andrade comes up, he's not gonna duck Demetrius Andrade, because David Benavidez really do want to make legacy type fights, and he knows Andrade is that type of fight. Okay, listen, and I don't mean to go on a tangent, but this is a fight. Instead of saying duck, let's get behind this fight, and let's actually get behind this. Show them that, hey, if y'all make this fight, it's money there from a fan standpoint, because this is a fight boxing need. These are two highly skilled, undefeated young lions in their prime looking to fight. We have not had that since I don't know when the fuck when. I can't remember the last time we had something like this. Of these guys of this caliber.
Well, yeah, okay, okay. You put guys of this caliber. All right. I was
Yeah.
going to say Frank Sanchez, Rafael Jagba was, you know what I'm saying? You got Joe Joyce and Daniel Dubois. Bro,
Right.
yeah, you said of that caliber.
Caliber.
I got you. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With their status of where they are right now in boxing.
Yeah.
Okay. Too many times, and I've said it before, man, you got guys waiting around for a fight that other great fights I missed out on. Okay. When motherfucking Donald Curry couldn't get the fights that he won, he still made great fights. He fought Mike McCollum. He made great. When Mike McCollum couldn't get the 4 Kings in the ring, he was trying hard. Okay. He still had other great fights. He fought, he fought none. He fought Colombe. Okay. We talk about all the time how in the 80s there are certain fights we didn't get, but these guys still make great fights. We didn't get Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis. But guess what? Riddick Bowe had a great fight. Lewis had great fights.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't get Mike Tyson and David Tua, but guess what? Tyson still had a great fight. Tua still went on and had great fights. So we still got great fights. Aslana Fuentes and Joel Casamayor was not trying to fight Floyd Mayweather. So them niggas decided to fight each other. Boxing needs this fight right here because someone has to step out, in my opinion, and say, hey, man, fuck Canelo. Let's make our own legacy and make our own fucking money. Because if boxing is centered around all these dudes waiting to get a Canelo, like regardless of what y'all tell me, finger butts does not prepare you for Canelo.
No, it doesn't. Neither does fighting a fucking accountant.
No, right, exactly. Okay. Having a motherfucking a controversial fucking decision over John goddamn Ryder does not prepare you for Canelo.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But Andrade, now if Andrade, and this is why I like it, because if Andrade and David Benavidez fight each other, y'all cannot tell me the winner does not deserve a Canelo Alvarez fight.
I mean, they deserve a Canelo Alvarez fight now. Maybe David Benavidez has more to prove because he did snort cocaine and didn't fucking exercise during the pandemic, whatever, right? He lost his belt twice on his own volition. Didn't even lose in the ring. So maybe he has more to prove. But Demetrius Andrade is, I mean, come on, man. This nigga's well done. They left this nigga on the grill way too long, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's well overdue for a Canelo fight. You know what I'm saying? So, honestly, he should be getting it now. As he drops the WBO title at 160, he moves up to 168. They should have made him a fucking mandatory, just like they did Alexander Usyk when he moved up to heavyweight. They immediately made him mandatory for Joshua. That's what they should be doing for fucking Andrade. You see what I'm saying? He's well overdue. Charlo should have got the fight as well. Right, but we're not talking about that. But David Benavidez might have a little bit more to prove. But this fight, as you said, needs to happen because people don't need to stall their careers and the opportunity to build their legacy because they're waiting on Canelo to give them a fucking lottery ticket. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is the part where I do agree with a lot of the Canelo dick riders where they say, ah, man, Demetrius Andrade, Charlo, Benavidez, the other Charlo, you know, Ryota, Murata, all these guys, David Morrell, they should just fight each other and let Canelo fight Yildirim. I like that fight, right? That's what they basically said. I agree with them in a sense that those guys should be looking to fight each other and not be running after a Canelo Alvarez fight for so long. Demetrius Andrade, while I do back him, by saying that Canelo has officially ducked this nigga for 10 fucking years. At the same time, I would also be in his other ear telling him, hey, dog, you need to try to get other fights, though, bro. Other big-name opponents. The Charlos are ducking the fuck out of him. The Charlos already said it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, do I need to remind y'all niggas? Bro, I think I need to remind them.
Go ahead.
My bad. Tell Andrade I'm fuck Andrade, pussy ass. You know what I did? I said, all right, we ain't fighting him. We black card him. We put him on the black card, nigga. You ain't getting the fight, nigga. Ain't no money for you, nigga, in this boxing world. You better go represent that bar you tried to open like 2 years ago, nigga. Fuck wrong with you, Rhode Island ass, nigga. That shit weak. I fought up there. That shit weak as fuck. Nigga, ain't nobody up there. Chill, ain't no real niggas in Rhode Island. Nigga, fuck wrong with you. Fuck out of here. I hate Andrade.
There you go. Charlos will never fight Demetrius Andrade. So you can't say Charlos, Jamel, and Jamal, they all need to fight Andrade. No, it's not going to happen. That's not Demetrius Andrade's fault if he doesn't get the Charlos. They won't fight him.
Yeah.
Okay? We already know Canelo won't fight him. What do I need to remind y'all? I got it all right here. I'll always keep the shit. Do I need to remind them, bro? I guess I do, huh?
Yes, always.
That's what Canelo told him. So Canelo won't fight him. Right? So while everybody's crying, bitching, moaning, complaining about Andrade and who he fights, when he's trying to get the big fights, they won't fight him.
Mm-hmm.
So now we got David Benavidez. This is what Andrade needs to do. Immediately go up there, beat the shit out of Zach Parker, and go right after David Benavidez.
Agreed.
Because Benavidez is like, hey, got to take care of my business with David Lemieux. Then shit, you know, me and Andrade can mix it up. That's what's up. Exactly, Eric. Our receipts every motherfucking where, nigga. Kroger's, Walmart, nigga. Everywhere. HEB.
Hell yeah.
Audi.
Even the shit on layaway.
Exactly. What's that shit y'all got up there, bro, that your family member work at? What is it called? The grocery store up there, bro. Your brother works at.
Jules,
nigga. We got receipts everywhere, nigga.
Hell's Chicken. We got everywhere,
bro.
nigga.
So at the end of the day, bro, he needs it. This is what Andrade needs to do. While the WBO said you beat Zach Parker, you're made mandatory. Don't believe it. Don't you believe it? Right? Because they should have made you mandatory when you got to 168 or when upon your arrival. He's not there yet, but upon your arrival, they should be making you mandatory per their rules.
Yep.
They're saying you got to fight another fight. So don't you believe it? They're not going to make you mandatory for Canelo. They're not.
The fucked up part about it?
Hold on. After you beat Zach, go to David Benavidez immediately. Go ahead, man.
The fucked up part about it, to prove that you're right, that's exactly what they told Demetrius Andrade. Billy Joe Saunders, when he wanted Andrade to drop his title, move up, they told Billy Joe Saunders he don't have to do that. All he has to do is say he wants to fight you, and he got it. Mm-hmm. Remember that? Remember exactly what they told? They told, because Billy Joe Saunders said, hey, drop your belt, then announce you moving up. He was like, well, I got to drop my belt. And the WBO was like, yeah, you don't have to do that. He don't got to drop the belt. All he got to do is just inform us he's moving up, and he got you.
Exactly. Foot in the mouth. Foot in the mouth. Good job, WBO. Foot in the mouth. Right?
That's exactly what they told that nigga.
So I don't see, the only reason people don't see it, the fuckery with Andre, is because they just don't like the guy.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking to you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to believe what you want to believe. You know what I'm saying? You believe UFOs and shit are touching down in Texas and New Mexico, nigga. They still believe that shit probably, nigga. Dumbasses. So at the end of the day, you can't tell them niggas nothing. But at the end of the day, bro, Demetrius Andrade, stop chasing Canelo. It's done. He's not going to fight you, bro. Like, the only way he'll fight you is if it's mandated, and he might drop the belts there. You know what I'm saying? He might drop them. Canelo's going to 175, bro. Not sticking around on 168 for that much longer.
Nope.
He's going to 175. What, is Andre going to go up a third division? Nah, man. At the end of the day, fuck Canelo. Go after David Benavidez right after his fight with Lemieux and after your fight with fucking Zach Parker, bro.
Agreed, 1,000%. Can't say that no better than that, man. And y'all should actually be behind this right here, because boxing needs this, right? Do you guys realize there are more big women fights being made than men?
Absolutely. Yeah, women's boxing is better right now. It's way better.
You have an undisputed undisputed champion defending her undisputed in Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. You have an undisputed fight taking place between Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall. You have an undisputed fight taking place between Franchon Cruz and Eddy Reynoso. And then, of course, Jessica McCaskill may defend her undisputed status.
Well, no. You got fucking Callie Reese.
I forgot.
And your girl, Chantel Cameron. So we got 4 scheduled undisputed bouts in women's boxing in 2022 alone. Dog. This women's boxing is way better.
Ooh. Hold on. You might get a 5th one if Alicia Baumgartner fight that other champion, I think her name is Choi.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna fight Michaela Meyer. So you might get a 5th one.
Yep.
You might get a 5th one.
I mean, 2 fights got to happen there, so I don't know about that. But it's possible. It is possible. Mm-hmm. But you probably got a better opportunity to see Jessica McCaskill defend her undisputed status this year as well. So probably 5. We got 4 already happening. 5 might happen by the end of 2022, all in women's boxing. That shit is way better than men's boxing right now. We gotta fucking bitch, moan, and complain on social media to get these niggas to even think about fucking getting in the ring, man. We gotta make videos like this where we're pissed off, yelling, screaming, and shit. You know what I'm saying? Calling niggas punks, pussy, bitches, and hoes just to get these niggas to even think about trying to fight each other, man. What the fuck is George Kambosos doing right now? That's a whole nother topic. What the fuck is he doing? You said you was gonna make the fucking fight. Yes, we know it's all about money. We know that. But my point is, money was never, let me say this. Money at one point was not the top priority, bro. Legacy was. And we're forgetting that in this fucking era. It's gone. It doesn't even exist in this era,
nigga,
bro.
I'm gonna say forgetting, nigga. We forgot. The women remember it. We don't. These men don't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's because, like my man 2K said, see, they were starving the women. So look at him now.
Yep.
So we need to go back to robbing these motherfuckers, like my man probably
They do
say all the time. Rob these niggas blind, and guess what?
Rob them of they, yep, exactly. Go back to the Don King era where niggas wasn't getting dope. You know what I'm saying? If we rob these motherfuckers, we go back to robbing these motherfuckers, they will fight everybody. Why? Because that's where the money will come in.
Yep.
I'm just saying, like MB 2.0 just said, Dana White style. Agreed.
Yep.
We wasn't bitching, moaning, complaining as much as we are today back then because fighters were not getting paid like that, bro. They weren't. And when they weren't getting paid like that, majority of the big fights were being made. Sure, there's fights that didn't get made, right? Riddick Bowe never fought Mike Tyson. Ika Ibuchi didn't get the fight made with Lennox Lewis or Riddick Bowe or Mike Tyson. I could do all heavyweight, right? But we did get to see Ika Ibuchi and David Tua. That was a major fucking event. And it wasn't even for a major title.
That was the WIBF International. That was one of them international belts. I remember that fight.
Them niggas fought for a minor title, nigga. Ika Ibuchi versus David Tua, nigga, that's a super title fight today. Nigga, that's a super duper title fight today, nigga.
Nigga, shit, today that bitch take 2 years to make.
Yeah, right. Right, exactly, bro. So that's the difference between yesteryear and today. Too much fucking money involved. Now niggas don't want to put risk out there. They don't want to take the risk anyway because they know that they can get the money before the risk is in play. That's the problem.
That's the problem. That's the problem. And my man and my man MB, like you put this right here. Yeah, you're right, because this nigga done pissed me off annoying. This nigga done made me all kind of mad.
Yeah.
This nigga, this is bruh. If that motherfucker don't fight Casamento this year,
I don't think he is. He's going to 122 at the end of this year. I bet your money on that, bro. Look, man, I was a major advocate for Naoya Inoue when he wasn't getting any publicity back in 2014. And then after that, when he wasn't getting publicity and Vasily Lomachenko jumped on the scene, I made a video on this channel talking about, hey, y'all talking about Vasily Lomachenko, but what about this guy right here? You know what I'm saying? Big advocate of Naoya Inoue. Knew who he was before anybody else did. Even Bob Arum didn't know who he was.
Yeah, you put me on it.
Right. I put a lot of people on him. Eric R. said, he always says all the time, I put him on. Right? So now that he's with Top Rank and getting that dough, now it's a different story.
Oh, yeah.
See?
He's getting that world-class pussy. That nigga in the international world-class.
Yeah, that too. That too, right. Exactly. Shit crazy, man. But yeah, boxing fans, bro, as much as you hate Demetrius Andrade and as much as you might hate David Benavidez, you need to be backing this fight right here. Yeah. Y'all need to be out there on social media. I don't do this, but I leave it to the fans. Y'all go out there on their social media and haggle them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing y'all out there haggling the fighters. Oh, man, you duck this nigga. Go out there and haggle them. Make that fight happen at the end of this year or shit in the summer. Make that fight happen.
Yep. Shit, I say as soon as this show is over with, nigga, go.
Exactly.
And tell them Three Kings sent you.
Word up.
Three Kings sent you, nigga. Bring that ass over here if you want to with that complaining. We got something for your ass over here.
Hell yeah.
All right, man. Speaking of have something for you, dog. All right, so 2K's uncle
Next one. That's not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Nigga said TK's uncle. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Oh man, dog. All right, man. So y'all know how we do, man. All right, so finally, man, we was at the heavyweight division. Let's stay at the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
Let me say something here, man. Before, what is it about niggas taking L's that seem to be a problem? I don't get it. Like, I know that they like to say nobody's closer to God than black people, whatever. But what is this thing that motherfuckers got when they lose? They have to seek some type of verification. Like, they can't ask themselves or go look within themselves and say, hey man, do I really want to do this? The former WBC champion Deontay Wilder is out here looking to take some sort of motherfucking psycho babble potion. What's that shit called?
Man, there's what is that shit? Psycho. What did I say? Psycho drug, bro.
Psycho drugs. Niggas out here taking some type of motherfucking some shit. Oh man, this nigga needs to take some type of drug that, like,
it was an elixir.
Yeah, an elixir that's like some type of that makes you like get in tune with your spirit. And it's like if you guys ever watch those what's the name of that movie? Avatar. If you guys ever watch Avatar where that motherfucker smoke that shit and hum and they do all that humming, he supposed to be one with the spirits and all of that. This nigga's gonna do that shit to help him make up his mind whether or not he want to keep boxing or not. Because apparently the sport of boxing, he loves it, but he's disappointed in the sport of boxing because there's a lot of politics, a lot of cheating going on.
I'm just trying to figure out how, drinking a potion and shit gonna get you to realize whether or not, you know what I'm saying, a Yucca Hauska, what the fuck is that? I don't care. That's a rhetorical question. How the fuck is drinking that shit gonna make you believe whether or not you should continue boxing? Man, these niggas is beta males, dog. I'm done, man. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it, bro. These niggas is beta males, man. You take it. Listen, man. This is a product of fans, and this is what I said earlier in the show. This is a product of fans and people around Deontay Wilder not telling him that he needs to improve on the things he needed to improve on to be able, right, to continue being at the top of the division. This is what this is. Also, on top of that, they yes-manned him.
Yeah, they did.
They created this story about Tyson Fury cheating with his gloves and shit instead of telling him, hey, that could be the scenario. However, bruh, you still need to take this loss as a man because it'll help you come back better as a man. Instead, when you make excuses, you're only going to lose again. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. That's what happened, right? What this nigga say is a psychedelic. My man Heisenberg. Yeah, it's an aphrodisiac. Nigga taking an aphrodisiac, nigga, to see if he could continue boxing. Fuck out of here.
Nigga might be twerking in that spiritual shit.
That's what he was doing. He took the aphrodisiac before that video. I'm sure he did. Because I didn't see no bitches watching him. I saw niggas. Anyway, man, at the end of the day, bro, stop yes man and these dudes, man. Yeah. Stop this shit, bro. I would have came out to Deontay and been like, hey, there's some shit out there about this nigga's gloves being all fucking. At first it was the gloves is loaded. Then it was, the glove is only halfway on the hand. Then it was Mark Breland spiked his water. Then it was all sorts of shit after that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Dillian White fucked your bitch. Whatever, nigga. All sorts of shit going on.
And we're waiting to find out. And we're waiting to look at the autopsy.
The autopsy report, right? Yeah, you got a dent in your head from the autopsy report, right? So man, this shit is crazy, dog. You can't make this shit up. So, right, you got all this shit, right? I would have sat this nigga down. I would have been the one motherfucker in his crew that's not a yes man. I wouldn't even been a part of the nigga's crew because there's a bunch of whack ass niggas in it. What I would have done was I'd been the nigga outside the crew that talks to him, and I'd have been like, hey man, I know what your boys are telling you, but this is what your mans is telling you right here. There's a lot of shit out there going on. Fuck all that shit. Whether it's true or not, at the end of the day, you lost.
Yep.
Take that loss as a man, come back stronger. You use that loss as fuel, bro. You don't use all the bullshit out there, right? That guys are saying, oh, you know, the glove was fake and all this other bullshit was loaded. Glove was hanging off his hand. Mark Breland fucking drugged you. You don't use all that as fuel because you don't know if it's true at the end of the day, right? You can tell yourself all day long that it's true. It's true, Deontay. It's true, Deontay. Every time you wake up in the morning, bro, and you look in the mirror, Deontay, nigga cheated, bro. You can do that all day long, but your subconscious knows the fucking truth. And the truth is you don't know if that was the truth. See? And you're using that as your fuel, it's not going to work. Hence why you got knocked the fuck out again.
Yeah.
Instead, what's the nigga name that's training him? Malik Yoba, nigga? Whatever. That nigga Malik Yoba.
Oh, Malik Yoba.
That motherfucker from New York Undercover, Malik Yoba, was training this nigga, right? And he was telling him to use... Shut up, Bo. He telling him to fucking use all that bullshit as fuel instead of telling this man, hey, bro, you need to get back to your jab. You need to get back to using the ring. You need to get back to that Deontay Wilder you were when you beat Bermane Stiverne the first time. That Deontay Wilder right there is really a problem for everybody, even Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Instead of being a fucking plotting, flat-footed, one-puncher, get on your motherfucking tippy toes and utilize the ring behind that jab, bro, to set up the straight right hand. Do you understand, Bo? I really believe this because look at the fights. Tyson Fury versus Wilder 3 was not close. I don't think it was close. And it wasn't fight of the year like niggas be saying. Deontay Wilder won one round, bro. And it was the round he knocked Tyson Fury down twice in. That excitement right there is what made everybody forget how the fight was really going.
Actually, it was. You're so right about that.
Tyson Fury was beating this nigga's ass, bro, from round 1 to 3, then had a 2 hiccups, and round 4 got up and commenced in whooping his ass until he knocked him out. This was not a close fight.
Yeah.
The second one definitely wasn't a close fight, right? The first one, in my opinion, wasn't, but a lot of people believe it was. Whatever. At the end of the day, right? If Deontay Wilder would have went back to the Wilder that fought Bermane Stiverne the first time, you understand how difficult a fight that would have been for Tyson Fury? Oh, because Wilder, think about it, if he would have kept building on that, that was in 2015 when he beat Bermane Stiverne that first time. Just think how deadly Wilder would have been if he kept building on what he was in 2015 all the way to 2021. You understand how that's 6 years, bro? You understand how deadly this nigga would have been, dog? He would have, I'm not saying he would have beat Fury, but I'm just saying I wouldn't have been saying, this fight wasn't close. I don't think I would have been saying that, bro.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He would have been building on his athleticism. He would have been building on his footwork. He would have been building on how to set up that right hand properly, not just shooting it and hoping it lands and swinging all wildly, almost falling to the fucking canvas. None of that. He would have been setting it up, right, behind an intelligent jab. Nigga, that would have been the shit, bro. That's when the fight would have been fight of the year. But he chose not to do that. Why? Because he has nothing but yes men. On his fucking fans are yes men. The niggas in the motherfucking entourage are yes men. Hell, even Mark Breland was a fucking yes man. That's why it was it was ironic that he fired Mark Breland. Because he's a fucking yes man. You firing him for it. Get rid of everybody then.
Mark Breland had one moment of clarity and that nigga had to go.
Exactly, bro. He came to his senses, nigga. One time. He said, nigga, what you doing? Come to your motherfucking senses. Get this nigga out of here. Security, get this nigga out of here. I'm just saying, bro.
He did.
So all of that, right, has produced this. What you see today. Nigga trying to take aphrodisiacs and shit, talking about, yeah, this gonna basically tell me if I should continue my career. Let me get one with the spirits and shit. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Deontay Wilder still has something to add to the heavyweight division. I'm saying this, all right?
Right.
He could still be a problem for anybody in the division not named Tyson Fury. Even Usyk. I think Usyk would beat him, but even Usyk, okay? Even Joshua, right? Dubois, Joyce. There's a lot of guys I would really like to see Deontay Wilder in the ring with. But if you talking about this shit, nigga, becoming one with the clouds, then get the fuck out of here then. This nigga mentality is done, bro. Boxing 95% mental. Nigga, you talking about being an invisible nigga walking down the street and coming out your body and shit. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. I don't want him nowhere near the ring, Bo. I don't want him nowhere near the ring. Exit stage left and right, both. Nigga, your outer body experience and you, nigga. Both of y'all exit separate ways of the stage.
One go left and one go right.
Exactly, nigga.
Listen, man, for me, this is what makes this bad. Deontay Wilder used to pride himself on being a mentally stable motherfucker at one point in time. Have y'all forgotten that? According to Deontay Wilder, he could not be broken mentally.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Remember? I mean, of course, you know, that's back when the motherfucker had a fade cut. He was still with Oscar De La Hoya, and he was fighting for his daughter. But
yeah, that's when he was fighting for his daughter. Exactly.
Fighting for his daughter. You know, then the man found a man weave and a skirt, and what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened to the motherfucker? Right? But at the end of the day, he talking about get some like, whatever happened to the days when nigga would just smoke a joint, talk to his boys, work that shit out. Whatever happened to them days, nigga just yeah, man. Whatever happened to them days? Like, damn, like if he was to say, like, you know, I'm gonna pull a Ricky Williams, man. I'm gonna go out in the woods and smoke me some dope and talk and figure out what I want to do. live in a tent and figure out what I want to do. Do that. This motherfucker is literally talking about taking some shit, like he said, this elixir to make him one with himself and go on a spiritual journey, like how the tribes used to do their son, to braven himself in his mind. The fuck is you talking about?
Man, look, listen, that doesn't bother me. The fact that he's using that to decide whether or not he wants to continue his career. That's the part where I'm like, no, they just don't do it, bro.
Yeah.
That ain't going to help you decide whether or not you should box.
I'm with you.
Nigga, you basically embracing the fact that you lost three times, honestly, to fucking Tyson Fury, right? And all that cheating and shit that was said while you lost the second fight. Niggas even tried to say he cheated in the third, man. Whatever, bro. But all that cheating and shit that they said happened in the second fight. Get rid of all that. You lost to the guy. Embrace all that. Go to the goddamn gym and work on your flaws. That's all he has to do. Nigga, you ain't got to be one with Mecca and shit. The fuck? You don't have to do that.
Man, I mean, I'm just saying, man. I miss the days when motherfuckers take that loss, go home, you know what I'm saying? Sleep with their wife, lay up with the wife and the family, and then be like, all right, man, I'm coming back. Fuck it. What happened to them?
Man, hold on, man. Get this comment, man. This nigga's stupid.
He's talking about exactly what he means, having a spiritual journey. But I guess smoking weed with your boys should be good enough.
So Bo, you made a weed analogy. Now this nigga thinks that's what you would do. So basically, he thinks that you're a two-dimensional thinker instead of a three-dimensional thinker.
All right, man. So
go ahead. I'm gonna kill that after you. Go ahead.
All right. So here's the thing, dog. I don't think what you understand what we're trying to get down to. Okay. What I'm basically trying to say is this: you don't actually need what Deontay Wilder is trying to say. This is what he needs to figure out if he wants to come back to boxing. It's bullshit. That at the end of the fucking day, dog. A spiritual journey. You don't need to smoke. Now get on your fucking knees and pray. Then the hell you need to take something for? Whatever happened to that? You don't need a spiritual journey. A spiritual journey don't come from you. Taking some type of fucking elixir. Go to church, get on your knees and fucking pray if it's like that, or be in your house and get on your knees and pray, right? Me using the weed analogy, if you follow and you know boxing, right? You would know that most of the time, that's actually what fighters used to do sometime after hard fights. These guys would, they smoke their joint, talk to their boys, and their boys would tell them, motherfucking too, hey, dog, you got your ass whooped, bro. What you gonna do? And they used to actually fucking do that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, this nigga talking about what he needs to do on the spiritual journey. His mental is not fucking there. And that's the point that we're trying to make, man.
Exactly.
Damn, man, get outside yourself, dog.
It's not that difficult to embrace a loss, right? Go back to your family, have a discussion, and then decide whether or not you're gonna come back. You ain't gotta take no aphrodisiac, nigga, to figure that out. let me change that because he's gonna think that I really think it's an aphrodisiac. Fuck him. I ain't changing shit. Go to the next one, bro. Don't we got some fuckery?
You know what? I do believe we do.
I think we do, bro. So
what do you got for us today, man?
It's funny you said my uncle because that's who it was. So there's a cat. I don't know if y'all know who he was, but his name was Mighty Mo. He was a kickboxer, right? And Mighty Mo was fucking niggas up left and right in that K1 shit, right? He even beat Francis Botha, and that's on this clip. This right here is a testament to like the old school boxing fans. You know, the niggas that you come across that be like, yeah, man, I used to watch boxing all the time. You be like, oh yeah, for real? He's like, yeah, they'd be like, yeah, I don't watch it that much now, but back in the 90s, the first name they always say, Tyson. Oh, this nigga don't know boxing. Immediately, right? You're like, he an old school nigga that just watched Tyson.
Nigga said back in the 90s.
Right? I used to watch the heavyweights. Yeah, Tyson. That's the first name they always say. Immediately, you already know at that point, they don't know boxing, but they was casual watchers, right? So my uncle watching this dude, and he put a post up. He was like, yeah, this cat right here was knocking everybody out, yo. And then my aunt came on there, and she was like, man, he was fucking dudes up. My uncle goes, yeah, he should have fought Tyson. Watch this shit, man. I don't need to show no more. Bo, tell the people why Mike Tyson would have killed this nigga within probably 30 seconds of one round, bro.
You mean outside the fact this motherfucker throws wide looping punches and things on the center line, and his chin is well past his fucking knee. That's why he was off balance when he was throwing the punches and he missed. You mean outside of all of that?
That's exactly what I said to them. Because they was on that shit like, yeah, you on Sheen? Mike Tyson, son. I was like, this nigga would die, nigga. You want this motherfucker to get killed. This motherfucker threw a right hook and nearly did a somersault after it, bro. How the fuck you throw a punch and go into a somersault?
That nigga did like that nigga did. He did like that and did it.
Bro, he would have got murked. Nigga, Mike Tyson, bro. Nigga, Razor Ruddock would have killed this nigga, bro. Now, here's the kicker. He did go pro. And his pro record was 2 wins and 2 losses, and he lost to 2 bums. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get knocked out. He lost a decision, 6-round decision to 2 bums. But this is my point. And this is how boxing fans really even think, bro. Like, you know, my aunt and my uncle, they, like I said, they watch boxing back in the day. You know what I'm saying? They don't watch none of it today. Like, they might follow some of the shit that I say on social media and some of the shit that Three Kings post just to support, but they don't watch boxing at all, right?
I kind of envy them.
Right, I do too. I envy them motherfuckers too, bro.
I kind of envy them.
If we wasn't getting money out of this shit, there would be no channels, no threekingsboxing.com, bro. You know what I'm saying? But this is how boxing fans think today, though, bro. And I'm not talking about, like my man earlier, the surface level thinking, right? That Mighty Mo would beat Mike Tyson. No. Boxing fans think on this level today, right? In terms of why fights should or shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If a guy's too technical for their favorite fighter, the fight shouldn't happen. If a guy is easy for their favorite fighter to beat, they want that fight to happen. Case in point here, because when I put on their post, I said Mike Tyson would kill this nigga. They said, we know, we just want to see the fight. See what I'm saying? That's how a lot of people think about Canelo. Oh, we know Canelo will beat Caleb Plant, Callum Smith, and fucking Abney Yoderbum, but he's fighting 3 times in 1 year. How can you get mad at that? See what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Everything always ties into something, nigga.
That's
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is how boxing fans think.
Yeah.
Same way, bro. That shit crazy. That nigga Mike Tyson, though, penitentiary nigga would have tossed that nigga salad. No homo. What did he tell Skip Malinowski? I'll make you fuck. I'll make what he said. I'll fuck
you love me.
You love me or some shit. He would have tossed Mighty Mo's salad, nigga, by accident.
Somebody said Babbitt would do this nigga in.
Yeah, Alan Babbage, the Savage Babbage. He would. Alan Babbage would beat that nigga. Johnny Fisher, the damn 5-0 prospect we just saw this weekend. He beats him. Exactly, bro.
That nigga needs serious.
Yeah, dog, for real. So right here, what is it? Mini Mill. I ain't on Zycanobots. He said Charlo's still finna fight Canelo. Nope. Canelo is going for a 2-fight deal. Going Dimitri Bivol first, and then after that, Gennady Golovkin. That's what it's looking like right now, man. All right, man. I got nothing else. What you got, man?
All right, man. So, like I said, man, go to Three Kings Boxing, man. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat. You guys joined us once again. Here we are. We're here, like we said we would be. You know what I'm saying? Funky Fresh in the plus. Damn.
This nigga trying to be an old school motherfucker and forgot what he said, bro.
I said Funky Fresh in the patch. Funky
Fresh. Jesus, bro. Just stick to the basics.
Probably check us out, dog.
You ain't got to play, bro. Just stick to the basics, old nigga. Y'all know what to do, man. Go to threekingsboxing.com for your source of pure, unadulterated boxing information. Follow us on Twitter at 3kingsboxing, Instagram at 3kingsboxing, right here at facebook.com/3kingsboxing, man. Hit up this YouTube channel. It's Prodigy of Boxing Talk. Go over there, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because you know YouTube be on that bullshit notifying niggas when the motherfucking video is going to hit. If you like what you hear, you like to laugh, talk boxing, and be educated all at the same time, subscribe to this channel, man. Looks like we coming back every day, every other day. Something we missed the last 2 days. We had some shit we had to do, but we are trying to make it consistent. So it'll be around this time every day, possibly. But look for us on Prodigy of Boxing Talk. Look for us on Facebook. We might be coming back every single day at this time. But until the next one, appreciate everybody in the chat, everybody that donated to the PayPal. We out this bitch.